Dan, do you want to start?
Well, it felt like, unlike last week, maybe you couldn't quite find that same flow, especially going forward, that you had. Was that more down to the way Spurs set up against you, or just down to your players not having that same verve as last week?
Two different games, different styles. I'm not so certain I can agree. I mean, it depends what you mean by the word verve, I suppose. I mean, we're playing against a back five. We're forcing their wing backs back, and they're playing with a back five, less space around. But I saw us on the ball for large periods of the game, and I saw us attempting to get into the right areas. We didn't have the success that we had last week, or even the weeks before. But that will be credit, of course, to the fact that Tottenham decided to defend as they did against us, and it's never easy to find that bit of space when there's a lot of players in and around the box. But I thought for large periods we took the game to Tottenham and looked as if we might create the chance we need to get back into the game after Kane's wonder goal.
Anybody else? No.
How frustrating was it after such a good first half performance to then concede just on the stroke of half time?
Yeah. Well, it's football. That's what it is, isn't it? Of course it's frustrating. It was probably even more frustrating for Tottenham last week to concede that goal which lost them the game in the 97th or 98th minute. That is football. Once you start trying to make something of that, you create a rod for your own back to some extent. I was happy with the first half. I did think we'd played well. I didn't think we deserved to go in by 1-0 down, of course. But, the opponents have got the right to score a goal. They've got the right to produce that piece of wonderful skill from Kane to get the ball wide to Porro, and then, of course, to leap as he did and score the header. They've got the right to do that. You hope it's not going to happen, but when it does, it shouldn't detract from the fact that the first half performance was pretty much what we were expecting from the team. And the same goes for the second half, because we went out there in the second half and we knew it was going to be hard to create the clear-cut chances, perhaps, but we took the game to Tottenham all through the second half, into the stage where we changed our play at the end, up playing 4-4-2 to try and get the goal. But then, of course, we couldn't get it out of the corner for the last 8 minutes, which was a bit frustrating.
Roy, as someone who's worked with Harry, would you be at all surprised if he can stay fit, if he goes on to break the Premier League goal scoring record?
No, I would expect it. His age, he's got several good years ahead of him, and he doesn't get injured very often, touch wood. I see this was his 35th game this season, so he's not missed a game. I would think the only thing that stands between him and the record will be, is he going to avoid serious injury? Is he going to be able to get 20 to 30 matches a year behind him? Is he going to get help from his teammates and play in a good team, which is what he's been playing in? If all those things take place, I would expect him to break the record, absolutely.
Ryan Mason made the point that perhaps he's a bit underappreciated in the country at large, outside of Tottenham. Maybe fans don't appreciate what we've got here. You're one of the greats of the modern era, so I think that's true.
You surprise me. But you're talking maybe for a body of football fans and football people that I don't know. I don't know who they are. I don't know what they're saying. But I can guarantee that none of us who work in football on a serious basis in what I call the football village, there's none of us that have that opinion.
Ed?
Just on Wilfried Zaha, Roy had a good game today. Is he back to full fitness now?
Yeah. I mean, I think that he was dangerous, but we can get more from all of our good flair players today. They all did fine, but all of them, if with a bit of luck, could have done a little bit more. And I know that's how they all feel. But it's very good to have them, because even on the days when they're not at their magnificent best, they're still plenty good enough. And one of the things that I liked about today is this, that we, even at 37 points with 5 games to go, we felt ourselves pretty safe. And when we got to 40 last week, We definitely felt ourselves safe. And yet, watching the way the team fought and the challenges we made and the effort we put in and the running and the desire, that probably pleased me more than anything. That would have pleased me more that than the odd moment of brilliance from a Wilf or a Michael or an Eberechi Eze, because that's not easy to get at a football club. It's not easy to... We can all say the right things. The season's not over, you've got to keep going. But we've had to come to Tottenham today, a Tottenham that are desperate to win. And we've made life extremely difficult for them here today.
Okay, this gentleman here, and then.
Hello, Roy. Yeah, it's great to see you back in football. I was just wondering, if the opportunity arises next season, would you be prepared to carry on?
What I'm prepared to do is to make no comments whatsoever about anything that will happen when this season ends, other than the fact that I intend to go on holiday. That's a definite period at the end of it. Thank you.
Ed.
Hi Roy, I was just wondering what you made of the referee's performance. The fans and the players seemed quite disappointed, especially towards the end.
It's the old chocolate box, isn't it? You get what you get, and today, obviously we felt, but he refereed the game, probably the referee, I'm not prepared to come out and make any comments about the referee or suggest that with another referee the result would have been different, because it wouldn't have been. But in moments like today's, when you've had such a lot of the ball, you've had so many sort of possibilities, as it were, and you felt yourself in with a good chance all the time, then, of course, when a few free kicks go against you or get given against you, it adds to the frustration. That's what it was.
Okay, that's it. Thanks very much, everyone.
Thank you.